My name is Jim McLaren. Today we're going to look at different flashlights and the common source of all these flashlights, except for this little guy. This is the one I got free, as they have to be all charged up using USB connectors. Now I usually use my Samsung phone charger and then plug it into here, and then plug it into the wall outlet. But today we're going to look at this USB receptacle, and I went on Amazon and looked at a bunch of them, and I just decided to pick this one. This is the company Beston. I don't know how to pronounce it. They got different models here, and here's this actual model, and the fly likes it too. Get off. Here's this different model. This is the USP 2U2A-4. So it got two ports on it here, and we're going to check it out today. It's got, two ports, 4.2 amps, USB receptacle outlet with wall plate included. So we'll check that out. About $20 off Amazon here. We'll check it out. Instead of using this guy to plug everything into the 110, we're going to put this receptacle on and plug it directly into the receptacle. Then we look at this Beston. I think it's not how you pronounce it. USB receptacle. And there's the website right there in the bottom here. And we'll take a look at this. Open it up, see what's inside. And there's screws. Get 4 screws, 2 of the plate and 2 to hold the receptacle. Some instructions here. Instructions in the back here, they show you how to wire it up here. Now, take a look at this, how wide this is. See how wide this is here? We're just going to stop the video and I'm going to show you something before we start this video. Here's the 2 receptacles. This is the regular one that you put in. This is the TR one, the tamper resistance. Same with this TR. Now this is a USB receptacle. This is a normal one you put in your outlet. Look at the difference in the thickness here. Big difference in thickness, people. It's in the bottom of this here. Take a look at the side view here. This will go inside here. You got lots of room to put your wires. Not so much with this. The wire is going to be a little bit cramped in here, so be aware of that. You can get a deep box as well. This is probably will fit, no problem. Get a deeper box if you want to maneuver the wires inside here. So just be aware of that these USB receptacles are a lot bigger than the regular receptacle. Something to consider. So it says here, there's caution. This is caution. Do not unscrew the terminal screw too far or with excessive force. Do not use power tools to unscrew the terminal screws. That's what that warning is on this USB outlet. I don't know if you can see it, but these said the screws, don't take them all the way out. There's a little plate inside here, and when you put the wires in here, that'll tighten on those between the plate and the screw. I don't know if you can see it inside there. You unscrew that too much, then that plate will fall inside there and you won't get it back out. So that's why they said to not use a drill to take that out. So most people use the back of the unit here, the receptacle, to put their wires in. If you got one wire, one black, one white, then you put it. If you have 2 wires, then you put 2 blacks and 2 whites here. Now I want to actually loop it here. So if you take this screw out too far, this plate will fall and you'll have a hard time to line it back up. So that's why they say don't use a drill to remove this screw, because it'll be hard to connect that again. When I did loop it, I'd have a hard time because it's just enough of the thread out there I could to loop it anymore, and that thing would have fallen out. Looks like there'd be a small LED light right here. So here's a receptacle that you have. We're going to replace this with this one, this USB receptacle with the two USB ports there to charge things up. And so there's a gold screw in this one, and here's a gold screw in this one. And it actually says hot here. See it? Hot. And it says here the white wire. Same with this side, white wire, silver screw. Same with this silver screw. And the ground is on the here, as the ground is here. So it's gonna just replace the wires and hook it up the same way. Now on this particular one, if you want to run wires in the back of here, push your copper wire through here and then loosen this and tighten that. You put copper wires in here, so you put the hot wire in here, the white wire in here, and you push the wires through there and connect it that way if you want. I don't like doing that. I rather loop the wires around the receptacle itself. This is my wire mold. That's where I'm going to put it. This is my wire mold. So this fits in the outside of your wall. In that receptacle, that USB receptacle, it can be very, very tight in there. And I purchased this. It's called a deep box. There's that fly again. He likes that stuff, doesn't he? Okay, off. So you got power on here. This is what they call a wire mold, and this is not going to fit inside here. It's way too big here. So we're going to use what they call a deep box. Going to make a little bit more room in there. I'm going to shut the power off now to this and work on it. Now we've got the power off, we can work on this. Take the plate off here. The two screws that's holding that receptacle on there off. Then we'll take the screws off. And then we'll take the connectors off. So use these two wires, 3 wires, the ground, the neutral, and the hot wire. We can use them on the new connector here. I'm just going to remove this and put the deep box on. This holds that plate inside here. You won't be doing this, but I'm doing it on my wire mold, so just thread this through here. That's out of the way. Now we can get at the screws here. Remove the neutral wire, remove the ground, and then the hot wire. Remove the neutral wire and the ground wire, and remove the black wire or the hot wire. Remove the hot wire. Remove the hot wire. Now we've got 3 wires here. We got the neutral, the white wire, we got the hot wire, and we've got the grounded to this plate here. This is the wire mold. So on this particular wire mold, I only had, this is the end of the run, so I only had screws on both sides, so just 1 wire on each side. What if you've got 2 wires on both sides here? What are you going to do? You can't double up on that. There's only 1 screw on each side, silver and a gold. And if you could, 2 things you can do. In the back of this USB thing, there's 2 different holes here, so you can put 2 different wires in here. There's actually marked right there. You can see it, but you got cut the wire to that size to fit in here. So 2 blacks one side and 2 whites on the other side. Doesn't matter which side it is. You can do that. If you don't want to, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to loop it. I'd rather loop it than put it through here. If you want to put don't put 2 wires on here. What I would do, I would put 3 wires. Use the Wago connector. That's 3. Or use the Mark connector. And have a jumper wire, 2 whites, and the jumper wire to the silver side, and 2 blacks and the jumper wire to the gold side. So don't double up on these connectors. That's the wrong thing to do. Use your Mar or your Wago connector. Put the neutral or the white wire on the silver screw. Just enough room. I don't want to loosen that screw anymore. I'll lose that plate inside there. I'm going to tighten that down. You loop it the same way you turn the screw. That's the neutral wire. The white wire is on there now. We'll put the black on, the hot wire. On this particular USB outlet thing, this screw, if you take it out too much, it will fall out because there's a plate in it that holds that in. So I hooked it in here. You loop it the same way you want to turn it. Now we've got the black and the white hooked up. And you hook the ground. You hook the ground, loop the same way, tighten that up. Then we'll put it back in that wire mold and we'll test it out. So it's in, and still got the power off. Our friend is still here. He just flew on me here. Come back. Power's back on. It's wired right. Has a small indicating light, blue indicating light. I'll shut the light here. See, there it is. So a multitude of charges we can charge in here. And we'll charge the phone up because it's been starting to charge deader than a doornail. All kinds of different charges. You can use these USB receptacle. The fly is over there on top of the wire and mold, waiting for me to finish up the video. So wiring on is a USB receptacle, just like wiring a regular receptacle. So you got the hot wire coming on the gold side and the neutral wire or the white wire going on the silver side. And then you hook up your ground wire. Same principle. He wants to get in the picture before we end here. So please share my video and ring that bell to be notified the next time I upload a video. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, all my new subscribers. Thanks so much for subscribing to my channel. Watch this for the first time today. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Have a great one, people.